Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Hauppauge product preview. I'm Steven, your host, and today we'll be previewing the HD-PVR. The HD-PVR is an H.264 video recorder designed to record high-definition video to your PC. This allows you to record video gameplay as well as HD programs from your cable or satellite set-top box. So now that we know what the HD-PVR is, let's take a look at what comes in the box. First of all, we have our component cables. We have our literature, which includes our instruction manual, as well as a little card to display how your connection should work out. And now we have our install disc for the HD-PVR, as well as a USB cable, our power cable, and our IR blaster. Okay. So, now that we know what comes with the PVR, let's have a look at the PVR itself. Let's take a look at the front first. We have our power button, our power indicator light, our status light, which will show up right next to that, and over on the other side we have our composite inputs along with an S-video input. So now let's look at the back of the HD-PVR. On this side we have our input and output for our component cables. On this side we have our connector for our power, the connector for our USB, the connector for our blaster, and two connectors for digital audio. Okay, so now that we know what we're working with here, let's take a closer look at our cables. This is what's known as component. And we have here 3 inputs for our video and 2 red and white inputs for our audio. This is left and right. So, what we do is we plug them into the back of our HD-PVR.
First, I should specify that I've already connected the black component cable included with the HD-PVR to the back of my cable box, and the white component cable is connected to my HD TV. Using the colors on the ends of my component cables, I'll match up each end with its corresponding input on the back of the HD-PVR in the field labeled In. After connecting my cable box, I'll connect my HD TV the same way, this time using the field labeled Out. This setup allows the signal to pass through the HD-PVR to your high-definition television.
Alright, so now that we're all set up with our cables, we just need one more to get plugged in, and that's our USB cable. We're going to plug that into the back of our PC. And we're all set to take our install disc, take it out of its case, and put it in the computer.
Now we'll switch over to my computer screen, where I'll show you step by step how to install your software. If at any time during your installation you see an Add New Hardware notification, ignore it and close the window. Okay, let's get started. I just inserted the install disk into my CD drive, and once the disk is read, an auto-run window will appear. Among the options displayed in this window, you'll find Run Setup EXE. Left-click that selection to initiate the setup. Now, if auto-run did not show up on your screen, you can go to your My Computer icon to find your CD drive, and once you double-click your CD drive icon, you should see a list of files. Double-click the one named Setup. Once the setup begins, you'll see a Select Language window appear. Select your preferred language to continue. After that, the main installation window will appear displaying 2 steps. Select the first step. You will then see an information window appear. This will ask you to check your device's connection to your computer's USB port and ensure that the device is plugged into the proper power supply. Make sure that you only use the power supply provided with your device. Once you're sure that everything has been plugged in properly, plug your power supply into an outlet and click OK. Next, the installer will search for your device. Once the installer has found your device and updated your drivers, click the bar that says, "Drivers have been updated successfully." Click to exit. Now at this point, if you do not see this window, you may have to check your USB connection and ensure that the power is in fact on. That will complete step 1. And so now we'll move on to step 2, which will install the software. When you click on step 2, the HD-PVR setup window will appear and you'll see a checklist of applications to install. The listed components that are already checked should be left alone. If you wish to install the infrared remote control application, be sure to check that box as well before hitting install. After hitting install and once the progress bar has filled, a notification will appear instructing you to restart your computer. And that's it. Once your computer reboots, the installation is complete. I recommend that once you are finished installing, you keep your install disk in a safe place. Losing that could cost you $24.95 to buy a replacement. Alright, that concludes this episode of the Hauppauge product preview. If you have any questions, visit us and like us on Facebook, or you can reach out to our technical support team over the phone or at our website at www.hauppauge.com.